What is up, folks? Welcome back. I hope you all had a wonderful Memorial Day weekend. I certainly enjoyed a little bit of time off for the first time in quite a while. UPS was closed Monday, and they don't ship anything out on the weekends, so we had nothing showing up for the past few days, and then of course it all has to catch up, so we've got a big backlog here to get through. About at least 14 here. There's more, but we'll say about that much. We're not gonna get all of that fixed today, but we're gonna see what we can do here. Who are we going to pick on first? We need to take care of a few that have been sitting around here waiting for logic boards. So that's going to be first up with Andy's brick. And then we've also got the same story for 3627 and 3689. They need new logic boards, and thankfully I've got the parts pods to sacrifice here for now. And then, gosh, I guess we'll take care of Eric's as well. No, that's a different, that's the wrong one. Which one is this? 3723. They've got some bad base. And then 3725, no power. Manny with no power. 3628 with bad base as well. And if we get through all, I don't think we'll have the time. We'll keep it at a manageable queue today. It's hot, and yeah, let's just dive into this here. Actually, I've been leaving this fella here sitting, and I'll come in and set it up and then reset it just to see if it bricks itself. This was the one that we redid the NAND on our last stream a few days ago, and it has been working just fine since then. So we can actually take this logic board and fix up Andy's HomePod with it. Yep, that is a logic board for a black HomePod. Not that it matters functionally speaking, but I do like to try to match the color of the logic board to the HomePod, so that way when you're setting it up with your phone, it shows the same color. Some people care, some people don't. When we can, we'll match them up. Let's get them a shield here. Do we have Stefan with us? Is Stefan here? There's Stefan on his way here to kick my door down and ask for a stream. Shuffle Hands, welcome back. Welcome back. I have not had any time to figure out details for a giveaway yet. I've been, unfortunately, very busy. We will do it very, very soon. I do very much promise we will get that done very soon here. But let's get this focused. All right. Let's let Andy know that we're gonna get theirs wrapped up here. 3699. That's gonna be here. There we go. Alright, we found Andy. We let him know. Who's next? 3627. Let's let them know, and then we can get busy here. One last order of business. All right, let's dig in. Ooh, I do feel rusty. I have a feeling Tim might take some blood today. Someone get Stefan here. Where the heck is he? I'm gonna text him. That Joker likes to text me all the time. I'll show him. Where are they? Oh, here they are. Nah, I won't call him. I don't want to wake him up if he's asleep. You can call him, though. You got his number, I think. Oh man, it always feels weird coming back to working on these after a few days. Oh, what type of solder do I use? I use unleaded solder. It's a little more difficult to work with, but I like the results better. But I think I have a link to the solder that I typically recommend for most people on my website under the facts section, the FAQ. At the very bottom under like the list of tools that I have. If not, then I mean I find it really doesn't matter too much. Just find a good leaded solder that's got decent reviews, and you'll be fine. What matters more is the kind of flex that you use. So maybe one day we will try to fix that logic board on stream like we did this one here. But let's tear this down the rest of the way and do a little extra maintenance here and fix up a couple of things that often go bad in here. How do I get the AirPlay Hi-Fi to work without something plugged into the auxiliary? I'm trying to remember how I did that. I'll have to look at mine again. I don't think I did anything special. Like if I'm not mistaken, I thought it always listens to the auxiliary port unless an iPod is connected to the 30 pin. Yeah, don't be me. Don't use here. Here's the unleaded solder that I use now. Here, yeah, that stuff. That's the stuff right there. Can't even remember where I got it, but you can, if you want to try for it, this is the lead-free stuff that I like to use. Like I said, it's more difficult. Lead-free solder is more difficult to work with, but it's nice knowing I'm not throwing lead all over the place, even with a fume extractor and all that. And then, yeah, who knows when it gets thrown in the trash years down the road. That's just one less thing to screw up the place. But I also feel like I'm pretty sure, and welcome to prove me wrong, but I'm pretty sure lead-free solder is more durable than leaded stuff. Leaded stuff is just easier to work with, and it gives you those shiny joints. Makes it easier to see if you've got a cold solder joint or not. Oh, dang. He replied to you and he didn't reply to me? What the heck? Why is he in the middle of nowhere? In the middle of the night? Oh yeah. Wow. I apparently need a new tip for my soldering iron because there's a giant hole right in the middle of it. Let's see. It should still hold us over till I get a new one. Oh my goodness. There is literally a hole, like a giant cavity. Guess I've been a little rough on the cleaning the tip off, huh? Beautiful. So we refresh every HomePod that gets taken apart here with a new set of filters, since they all go bad and cause death farts and all sorts of bass issues. The Schottky diode, Schottky diode here is of the 26K date code, so those do not fail. A different date range of those diodes love to fail and cause no power, but we don't need to worry about that one here. He'll get in once he gets home. ETA 20 to 30 minutes. Well, it sounds like we've only got 20 to 30 minutes left to stream here, so we better wrap this up, huh? We better finish up before Stefan gets here. $2 Logitech G502. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Is that the one with? Does it still have the rubber dome like membrane key switches, or is it actually like a full mechanical keyboard? You gotta be careful with used keyboards too. You never know what doesn't work until it gives you problems. It seems like every time I buy a used keyboard, there's something wrong with it. Annoying enough of an issue that I end up never using it and just letting it sit on the shelf looking pretty. Yeah, I remember those G502s. I always wanted one. But then I got into real Macs. Is that Stefan? Dang, he caught us. He caught us streaming. I guess we gotta keep going. Huh. I owe you guys 4 days of streams. Saturday and Sunday are business, are weekends. Those are not business days. And Monday was a holiday. I owe you guys 1 day of stream. Because I didn't do nothing yesterday. It was way too hot. It's still too hot today, but it was way too hot yesterday to do anything. And then as soon as it got cool enough, I died. But we're here, we're back with plenty of broken stuff. Oh, Stefan's leaving again? Alright, sounds like we've got a chance to finish before he gets back then. Right now, yeah, I was gonna say that's still kind of, that's I mean, you'd get up to the, when I lived in Spokane, you'd get up to the 90s, and then there was that 1 year in the early 2000s when it got up to like 105 plus degrees, and everyone was freaking out about it. But that's I think that's sadly kind of become the normal. I have a feeling we're not going to have a lot of people joining in today. For some reason, the Discord bot didn't post a link to the stream, and I didn't get an email notification saying we were going live. So I think YouTube notifications are really broken right now, or I must have the YouTube streaming dashboard open on something, and it thinks I've been streaming since Friday. All right. Let's get 3627 taken care of here. After that is going to be 3689. All right. Andy can finally get their HomePod back. Got another one here. And I need a Space Gray logic board. Let's pick from the pile here. What have we here? This one was from Goodwill, I think. Oh no, this was an eBay one. Ah, it's another white HomePod. Freaking A. Let me go grab another one. Heck. Alright. This one's gonna be a Space Gray. I can feel it. Where was this one from? Ooh, Sunny Day. Oh, I can see. It's a white one. Balls! We continue the hunt. Alright, this is the last part spot I have with a working logic board. If this is a white HomePod, then they're getting a white logic board. Ah, I see. My brother, you cannot wrap a USPS Priority Mail flat rate box in a brown paper bag and use USPS ground service. they will know, they will notice, and then they will charge you accordingly. If you're lucky that if they even ship it. I mean, I will say they packed it really nicely inside of the box. Alright, this will absolutely ruin my day if they put a white HomePod in this space gray box here. Yes! Yes! Come here, my precious. Alright, what is wrong with 3627 here? 3627 is the same story as Andy. They have a hardware issue with their logic board. It failed a software restore, so we've got another HomePod here that should have a good logic board. Let's see what's wrong with this guy, if anything. Alright, so this HomePod is not powering on. It's got the symptoms for the usual dead diode on the amplifier board, which means the logic board up top here should be just fine. Which means we can get this guy fixed and going again. And then it looks like 3689 is going to be getting a logic board 2 up next here, so we'll have to pick apart another one of those HomePods for them. Oh, buddy, I'm sweating already. It is a hot day. Terraflopper, welcome back. Hey Nick, since all these HomePods have the faulty diode, have I noticed them failing in waves? Yeah, usually when Apple pushes software updates out, because software updates tend to draw a lot more power because the logic board's downloading a bunch of software and doing a bunch of reads and writes on the NAND, which it can draw a lot of power, and that is usually when we see larger batches of these repair requests come in, because it puts that diode under more load. And the load itself isn't a problem for the diode's specification. It's the crappy diodes that are failing because they weren't manufactured properly. Also, I mean, of course, power cycling the thing, you know, restarting it or unplugging it from power and plugging it back in, also has a slightly higher power draw than it just sitting there, or dare I say even playing music. Boot up tends to put more load on that diode. That's weird. There's a bunch of... Do you all see that? It looks like scribbles on the dust cone there. Very weird. Oh, I've got 3 fans in here going already. Oh, well, I don't need to take this one apart any further. That's a parts pod. I'll stick that in my parts pile. It's got plenty of other good stuff in there. Let's get this fella taken care of. Into the pile it goes. What's the difference between space gray and black? I often use the terms interchangeably here on the channel, because I'm usually referring to the first gens, and the first gen only had one version of the space gray / black / whatever you want to call it. The second gen HomePods, it's a different story. Oh, no, hold on. Was it the second gen HomePod and or the minis? Apple refreshed the black color on it, and they went from calling it midnight to space gray, or space gray to midnight, or something. I don't remember. But for here, we just use those terms interchangeably because we're usually working on first gens, and they only had one version of the black color. One black version, one white version. No changes, no refreshes. Any variations you see are due to age. Light gray, kind of to like match like a aluminum almost kind of look. You know what they could do is they could they could sell a version of these that doesn't have a mesh and uses like a titanium or an aluminum shell. That would be really cool. It'd get dusty real fast, but y'all have seen how much dust gets into these things with their space age mesh that's supposed to block it all without affecting the sound anyways. Take it off. Oh, y'all let me know if I've got my camera in autofocus mode right now. Let me know if it's working alright, or if you'd rather me set it at a manual focus at a fixed point forever. Nice! I caught it! Alright. That was a close call. Lost all the screws, but I caught it with my foot. Oh, I would love to make a transparent HomePod. That'd be so cool. I need to get, I do not have the skills to effectively 3D model a replica of the original shell. I need to get my hands on a scanner to do that. And then clean it up. And even then, I've never taken a scan of an object and then cleaned it up in 3D modeling software. I've never touched Blender either. But it'd be fun to learn all that. Figure it out. Alright. Y'all know the drill. We'll get up close here. We'll do a little bit of maintenance and make this amp nice and happy. Oh wow, that's really good. Those are nice and tightly packed together. Not too close. And then for our Schottky diode, we've got a 42K date code there, so we can pass on that and get this put back together. Yeah, transparent mesh would be... Well, I'm trying to think how you could even... Sorry, I just remembered that I need to get some vacuum pump oil because I'm trying to fix the air conditioning in my car. And I think I've got it all done. Long ago, well, a year ago, when I first got my third Z, that Z right there. When I got that Z, the right-hand drive Z, and I first picked it up, it had wonderful working air conditioning, but it only lasted like a week, and then it promptly stopped working with the air conditioning compressor seizing entirely. So I went a whole summer without air conditioning, learning how to work on those things, or work on air conditioning. And then I kind of gave up by the time winter rolled around. I was like, yeah, whatever. And then I tore it all apart, and I tried to figure out why it failed, because, I mean, they're pretty robust AC compressors. They don't just seize on their own usually. Turns out, when the dealership that I bought the car from imported it from Japan, and they took a whole bunch of stuff off to work on it and clean it up before selling it, they did not reattach, or they did not tighten one of the lines for the air conditioning. So it had slowly leaked out over time until I got my hands on the car and then used the air conditioning, and so the air compressor kicks on, and without refrigerant in the lines, and with now moisture from the atmosphere in the lines, since it is all leaked out and it's started exchanging the air in the lines with the atmosphere because it's leaking. It's not sealed anymore. That quickly contaminates the AC compressor and causes it to seize. So what's really sad and frustrating about all of this, and I've spent literally a year at this point trying to figure out fixing it and collecting parts and what have you, is had they tightened everything up properly before selling it to me, and or had I been able to find that and tighten where they hadn't before I used the air conditioning in the car, I would have a simple fix of just recharging the system, or tightening the connector and then recharging the system. But nope, never saw it. Seized the AC compressor, and in the process of taking my old AC compressor out to find a replacement based on the part number printed on it, I end up mangling a couple of the AC lines running to the compressor. And of course those lines are specific and unique to the right-hand drive version, the twin turbo, and the it's a nightmare. A nightmare of trying to hunt down very expensive and discontinued parts. But it is I'm like 90% of the way there. Right now I've got all the new lines that I made myself a couple of new lines. I said screw it, I'm not gonna suffer, I'll just make my own AC lines. And the next step, once you've got, if you open up your AC system, or if it ever has a leak and it leaks if it all leaks out, or if you ever open your AC system so it's no longer a sealed system, you expose it to the atmosphere and moisture. So you need to replace the receiver dryer, and you need to, before you fill it up with Freon, you need to pull a vacuum and hold it under vacuum for a length of time to make sure that there aren't any leaks. And right now, I've got it holding a vacuum, and it seems to be holding. Good golly, I think I might have actually fixed the air conditioning in my car. We won't know until I find a shop that will recharge it for me, because, of course, in Washington, you can't get your hands on your own refrigerant here. You have to go to an authorized, a licensed shop to do it for you. And like, I can deal without AC. I can deal with it. But if I'm by myself. Now, if I've got passengers and the passengers are complaining about it, of course, I'm not gonna I don't like making other people suffer too. I want to make other people comfortable. But especially when it's my wife and my 2-year-old kid, it's really important. And especially when we want to take the car on road trips in the summer, I really need that air conditioning. I need it. What's crazy is in tools and parts that I've had to buy for myself to do all of it myself, I could have legitimately paid a shop to do all of this for me. And I would have saved hours, maybe even days or weeks of my time. And I could have just paid someone the same amount to do it for me. But nobody wants to do it. It's crazy. I tell, like, it's if anything, for how old the car is, it's so much easier to work on than all of these newer cars, because there's so much more room and so much less to take off and worry about. But nobody wants to touch the thing. And the one shop in the state that's willing to touch that car has already done it 3 times, and every time there's something that I find that they mess up. One of those times resulted in an engine that imploded on itself because they did the timing belt on it and they didn't do it right. But to be fair, they took it back, they made it all right. They didn't put up a fuss even. I mean, they did the right thing, even though this is the second time. Mostly right. I still found some problems after they redid it the second time, but nothing catastrophic. Nothing worth writing a 1-star Google review on. Now, them messing up the timing belt job and directly being the cause of my engine exploding, that's worthy of a 1-star Google review, but I can't, I mean, they still did their best. They tried, they took it back, they made it right. I don't know, I can't, I don't know how to feel about that. Like, how many times, I mean, I've been in the same position here, right? Like, we'll fix a HomePod for something. For whatever reason, it needs a new logic board. We'll take what we thought was a perfectly good working logic board and put it in here as a replacement to get them fixed and going again. And then a few weeks after they get it back, they have the same problem again. It bricks itself and it's got the blinkies. So we're happy to take it back and swap out the logic board again, but I have had only one other customer. I've only had one customer where I had to take their repair back like 2 or 3 times because it just had an absolutely bad streak of luck with the parts that I was using for them. And what can you do? What can you do other than offer the best kind of service that you can afford to give them and hope that you will make it back over time with just doing the right thing every time anyways. You know, if every single repair we ended up having to take back 2 to 3 times, that's obviously we gotta figure out what's going on there, what we're doing wrong, but it's not gonna put us out of business having to take one guy's HomePod back 2 or 3 times because we had some bad luck on the parts we used for theirs.
I'm having trouble connecting.
Very good, very nice. So that I will need to reset and put it through its paces one last time before we send it back to them and bill them. But that is a happy working HomePod. We're going to move on now to 3689 here. This is going to be the last of the ones all like this where they're a brick. We tried a software restore and they failed and they need a new logic board. We're going to step away for just a second, folks. I will be right back. Alright, we are back. And goodness, if you are selling HomePods on eBay, please stop shipping first gens in the second gen box. Reason being, the first gen is technically slightly taller than the second gen. Tall enough, in fact, that the box won't close all the way. And so people will tape them shut, which is good if it's the box for the HomePod, but what it does is it pushes on the top, and then this no longer becomes a protectant, it becomes an assailant. It breaks things. Hey, at least they put it in the box upside down, so I guess that wouldn't have been much of a problem, but still. I'd rather get no box than a first gen shipped to me in a second gen box. I'll say that. Stop doing it. So we need to get our hands on this here logic board. This is gonna be number 3689. And then we've got 3723 coming up next. Let's let them know. $37.23. How did I type their phone number in wrong? Oh, I did. Wait a second. 3723. 37, that can't be. Oh. Because it's got the friggin' Google Sheets, man, highlighting the wrong friggin' cell. I'm gonna lose my stuff. Alright, I found the guy. Alright, 3723 has been found and messaged. Can you send just a... I mean, it's still gonna be pretty expensive if you want to send me just a box. Silly. I got too many boxes already, actually. Don't send me an empty box either. I don't want it. So we're getting ourselves a working logic board. Hold on, I don't think we actually checked this one. Excellent, yeah, so this HomePod, same thing, no power, probably an amplifier issue. Perfectly good logic board. Give me that. The wall adjacent, the wall that's directly outside of my main bedroom is literally made of HomePod boxes. Because when most people buy refurbished HomePods from us, they don't want the box, they don't care. So I end up with this huge deficit of parts pods I buy that come with the boxes, and then selling a bunch of HomePods or breaking them down for their parts and being left over with the parts I don't need and the box. So many boxes. Alright, this HomePod has served its purpose. Let's get 3689 fixed up here. You need to see the box wall. I think I've tweeted pictures of my box wall in the past, but I know you don't have a Twitter. Steph and I feel exactly the same. Ooh, that was close. Not today, Tim. Steph and I haven't eaten anything today. Shoot. And I am definitely feeling it. I just saw that comment. I could have paid someone to do the air conditioning in my car, but it's about the learning experience. Yeah, I won't disagree with that, but so, there are things in life that it's perfectly okay to say I just want to pay someone to do it for me. Especially professional stuff like air conditioning. Man, if someone would, I'd be happy to pay them to, but there's just no one that will. That won't screw the car up. Here we go. I did a nice stream. Saturday and Sunday was the weekend. Monday, nothing showed up. The mailbox was, like, UPS was closed, so. And then yesterday was just too hot. And by the time it got cool enough, I fell asleep. It's still too hot today, but, like I was saying in the Discord, I can't keep pushing them off and hoping that I'll have the time at night to do them. Plus, if I stream at night, I miss all of your guys' wonderful company too. But I will say this. If I say I promise, then I mean it. If I don't specifically say that I promise, then give it like a 50-50 chance that it'll happen. There's what I want to do, and then there's what can actually happen. I mean, I'd love to sit here for 12 to 14 hours a day and do nothing but stream and fix these things. But something life, something. Alright, a new set of fart filters to keep the death farts away. We've got a 52K dated Schottky diode, so we need not worry about that. This is good to put back together. And yeah. Some people have lives is the cheap, easy answer, but I think Stefan wanted to know specifically what was going on in my life. If not, there you go. More than you wanted to know. But there you go. But I will say, I feel nice. I'm in a good mood. I've been getting plenty of sleep. My only complaints is it's too hot and I'm hungry. But strangely enough, those things aren't usually enough to put me in a bad mood. Okay, being hungry is a total lie. I can easily get in a bad mood being hungry. But sometimes I can also sit here and work through breakfast, lunch, and dinner before I realize I haven't eaten anything yet. I would love to do hangout streams later at night, but that implies that I have time to sit around and do nothing. And God forbid the 30 minutes to an hour, if I'm lucky, a day that I can sit and nothing needs to get done. I'd love to spend that with my wife, just relaxing. But like, the HomePods can't keep showing up en masse like this forever, right? We're gonna run out of HomePods to fix eventually, right? I'm gonna end up having more time again soon, right? The kid's gonna slowly gain independence and want less and less of our time from us, right? That's a sad thought. That's why I try to enjoy as much of the time as I can get with my kid, while she wants me to spend time with her too. Cause there's gonna be a day she's gonna not want to spend so much time with her parents, and she's gonna want to do her own thing, and then another day is gonna come where she may move out, and then the time that you spend with your kid drops off significantly from there. It's really sad to think about, but I mean, we did kind of have a kid so that they could one day do their own thing if they want. I didn't have a kid so that I could keep them in my house for my whole life and make them do what I want. There will always be things to fix. You know, I always wonder, like, I always think about the idea of, like, 2 to 3 or even 5 or 10 years from now, people still reaching out to us, being like, hey, do you still fix HomePods? Would you be able to, you know, blah, blah, blah? That kind of thing. Like, I'm sure we'll be long past specializing in HomePods, and we'll be more generalized in fixing more things or specializing in something else. Who knows? But you know, it does humor me once in a while to think about that, like long down the road, just out of the blue. Hey, do you still fix HomePods? Would you be able to fix mine for me? And I would still love to do it. Good way to break the silence. Yeah, Steph. Join the VC. Tell you what, if you say please, then I'll join the voice chat. I won't do FaceTime. I don't want to mess with FaceTime, but I'll do Discord. I don't want to mess with FaceTime. I said I don't want to FaceTime.
I'm having trouble connecting to the...
All right. It is time for 3723. So it sounds like they've got some bad bass of sorts, some nasty DC filters. Hopefully they have not roasted the subwoofer. We've got 3725 up next. We'll shoot them a message. Excuse me. Despite how much sleep I've gotten, I am still very tired. Alright. They have been messaged. Here we go. Oh, you can please all you want. I don't want to FaceTime. I said please for Discord. I don't want to My phone's almost dead. I'm not even kidding you. I've got 6% battery life left right now. Sleep deprived gang, yeah. I feel slightly delirious. Like, I don't feel like... I don't feel 100% here. You're not gonna... You're not gonna like the answer to that. The battery in my MacBook's dead, too. You have an yeah. The iPad's also dead. Look, point is, if it worked on my desktop, I would love to. I would. Well, I wouldn't love to, but I would mind less. Get a charger. I legitimately do not have any more outlets in here. Every single. I'm not even kidding you. If I want to plug something in, something else has to get unplugged. It has to be a light, or a fan, or a monitor, or... It's a nightmare in here right now, bro. No, I know it works on desktop. It does not work on my desktop for some reason. Remember last time I tried it? I'm about to say screw it and buy a frickin' Mac Studio and throw this desktop out on the curb already. I've contemplated using my MacBook Pro as the streaming, like as my streaming workstation. Because I mean, I can just unplug things and take it with me when I need to go anywhere. Why do I need a billion monitors? I've got one monitor up with the notes from the customer's repair. I've got one monitor up showing me the OBS, you know, what I'm streaming. I've got one monitor up showing me my cameras so I can see if someone's doing anything to my car or my open garage at the moment. The other monitor is currently split screened between the YouTube live stream and Gmail and a few other browser tabs. I mean, frankly, I could use another monitor, but I don't have the power or the space for it in here. And I am literally tapped out on the power. I mean, I've got two of these guys here, these power taps with switches on them. And they are even both of those are they're loaded up, man. Fans, filters, chargers, everything's it's a powerhouse in here. None of it can charge my. I can charge my phone with, or I've got one USB port free on my desktop, but it's a USB-A port, and I only have USB-C to Lightning on hand. I'm using all of my USB-A to USB-C cables for the stream phone, and I just I have I'm struggling. Google Meet. Google Meet. All right. Throw a Google Meet link in the YouTube chat, and I'll join it. I know that'll work. Discord is blocked for shuffle hands, but apparently Google Meet isn't. We're gonna have a business meeting. Google Meet's a good idea. But if Stefan doesn't talk, then I'm not staying. When do you all think Google's gonna kill meat? All right. You can just go to meet.google.com in a browser. €5 YouTube Premium Family. What the heck, Marvin? I think I'm paying like $25 a month for my family plan. What the heck? They're not gonna kill me. Yeah, sure, Microsoft wasn't gonna kill Skype. Yeah, it is a business suite, it's a business tool, but and personally, if you ask me, out of all of the meeting platforms out there, I personally like Google Meet the best. It's the easiest, it's freaking free, I can hit it on anywhere, and I don't have to download or install anything to use it. But I have never had one of my customers at my day job asked to do a Google Meet. They all have something else. Zoom, WebEx, Microsoft Teams. I have a feeling, of course, that they are going to put something new out and kill Hangouts. That's what Google does. They make a new version of something that's basically what they already had, but slightly different. And they kill the old version. Granted, Hangouts has survived. Or not Hangouts. Google Meet has been around for quite some time. So, yeah, I mean the chances of them actually getting rid of it are pretty low. But I thought it was a good joke. I laughed at it. Oh, Google Meet. Give me the meat. Oh, it wants me to try another way. I have the Google Authenticator app. You are taking precious repair time from me. Okay. Yes, use my microphone and camera. It took me away from my meet. Hold on, let me rejoin it. Google's playing games with me. god. Oh, I'm gonna freak. No, I closed my YouTube stream tab. Hold on. Hold on, I'm being an old man. Copy link address. Paste. Oh, am I sure I want to leave YouTube? Yeah. What? No. Copy link address. Ah! I just want to go to the meeting. Why does it want to give me a YouTube link and not the meeting link? I'm being... Ooh. Old man tries to join a Google Meet. Meet can't use your camera. Garbage. Literal trash. Hold on. I fixed it. I think we got it. I'm muted. Hold on. I still can't hear you. Hold on.
Let's go.
I can hear you now. Very nice. Alright.
I don't have Google One Premium though, so we can only talk for an hour.
What? What?
Then we get to see Nick try and figure this out again.
Alright, I guess...
I mean, I would say he's such an old man, but...
Listen.
I'm closer to his age than I am to yours.
Yeah. Chrome Meet. Show me the meat.
But unfortunately, there's no sound here. Or am I tripping?
Alright, the Google Meet is not...
Sorry?
I don't think I can fit this on,
What?
Can you hear,
No.
Nick stream in here?
Hello?
Hang on, let me pause the stream. I don't think I can.
There we go.
Alright.
Now I hear him.
Yeah, it was using the wrong microphone there. Once
Damn it,
again.
old man.
Yeah, yep, old man tries to join Google Meet 2025.
Wait. You're in your mid-30s, right?
Yeah. I'm 32.
Well, damn how the fuck are you already bald, man? I'm a year younger.
Well, I'm school. Like the story goes,
Holy
I've got alopecia, right? It all fell out in middle school.
oh.
It all grew back in high school, and then it fell out again.
And now you're Mr. Clean.
It's weird because in the summertime, some of it grows back, and then in the wintertime, it all falls back out again.
That is weird.
But they've got some.
Darren, why the hell is Discord blocked?
Because he's like 16.
Yeah, my mom pays my phone bill, so I don't get Discord.
Do they block the
When I was
Discord
16,
app, or do they block the
So
Discord
I can
website?
Download the Discord app. I can download the Discord app, but there's like a Verizon VPN that I have to have on my phone, and it just basically restricts what actually gets through. It's really dumb.
So it's like a Verizon level, like parental control kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's like in Germany. That's not like parental controls and what's that location tracker app called?
Life 360.
Oh yeah.
We don't use that. And it,
What's the German equivalent of that?
no, we don't use it. Like
Yeah,
we don't have restrictions like that. I guess
there are off-the-shelf products that you can get to accomplish that, but it's not like something that you get through your carrier in Germany. Like you would get an Apple AirTag and you'd use Find My to track your kid, and you would use parental controls to lock their phone down.
I I don't like to be honest. Like I don't think majority of the people use parental controls at
No,
all.
no, most people don't.
Like I only heard of one person using Life 360 in Germany that I know, like that I personally know. All of the other people have been American.
Yeah, the Verizon app one doesn't even work that well. Like my mom checked one day during school and it said I was like by a McDonald's or some shit. I was like, no, I'm. She's like, why were you at McDonald's during the school day? And I'm like, I promise I wasn't. It was just the stupid Verizon app said I was at McDonald's for some reason.
To be honest, that must suck because like I didn't have restricted internet when I was 16.
What's weird is I didn't. My parents didn't care what I did, but
Period.
they were absolute helicopters to my sisters.
Oh,
Like they tracked them. They needed to know where they were. They needed to know everything they were doing. They were always at home. Like they had significantly less freedoms than I did. And I mean, part of that probably has to do with my parents being so worried about them being like just women in general. Like
yeah.
it's a lot, I would be it's a lot easier for me to trust my 13 to 17-year-old son going running around than my 13 to 17-year-old daughter, especially with where we lived at the time. But I mean, not the worst. We didn't live in the worst place, but it's, at the same time, like I I understand to a degree.
But also you're Nick. So with the parental control systems back then, you could have easily hacked them and like you
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yep. I would have found some way around it, but um yeah, they just I don't know. I think at the time they like there really wasn't there weren't that many options either. Like you're talking 2000 to 2009 ish is when
Yeah.
I would have been old enough to know what I was doing, and for them to have a reason to restrict what I have access to. But they didn't. The stuff back then, there wasn't really a whole lot around that, because also most kids weren't using a lot of that stuff unsupervised. Like, who's got, the computer for the house is the family computer. It's not, you don't have your own computer, your sister's got her own computer, mom and dad have their own computers, let alone smartphones in their pockets that do all the same stuff. Like, we had, me and my two sisters shared one Nokia 3310, and we had one Sony Vaio family computer in the living room. So you couldn't get away with anything nefarious if you wanted to.
I mean, I had one of the first Siemens phones that had a camera.
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, I don't know the specific
it
model
was
you're
the
talking about, but
MC60. Yeah. Okay. I had my own phone, but also my sister's 8 years older, so the age gap was huge. But we had to share a laptop. We had to share a computer.
we did not have to share Game Boys.
I broke my sister's fat Game Boy.
No. Why?
Yeah.
Why
I
would
don't
you
know.
do
I was
such
like,
a thing?
I was 2 or 3. I don't know.
How do you even break a Game Boy at 2 years old?
Oh, I can see that. Oh yeah.
We had like high bats, like higher bats, bunk beds basically, and I must have dropped it, and the screen broke.
Oh, dude, my 2-year-old's dropping stuff all the time, and they're not even trying.
Yeah. But I have my Game similar color somewhere around here. It's the Hebrew one. I still love that.
Just think, Nick, in a few years you'll be fixing your daughter's broken phone on stream.
Nah, she'll be fixing shit for me. Ooh, excuse me.
It's fine. I've said much worse.
Oh, I know you. I know you don't care. It's for the one or two people that come across the stream 2 years down the road that leave a comment complaining about it.
Just be like, lol, cry about it.
This is Nikki Party.
We gotta set a good example. At least on the stream here, right? We can be bad in Discord and Twitter and in real life, but you never know who's watching this. I imagine, and the reason why I get so uptight sometimes on my streams is, I mean, I imagine, and I've had people tell me in the past that they'll throw our stream up and like they'll watch it with the whole family, and like I can imagine, just mentally picture a family, like a mom and dad and like 2 or 3 kids of various ages sitting around and watching some guy fix their speaker, and then some dude comes in the chat and says something absolutely heinous or weird or just even slightly offensive. It's kind of a really awkward vibe for the whole family, and like I don't want to do that to people. I want to provide something that's generally acceptably entertainable and watchable for most people.
It's a wild thought to have a family watching you.
But yeah, no, people all the time they'll join with their kids. A lot of these HomePods they're sending in, these are their kids' HomePods. These aren't theirs. They're for their kids. So their kids get super excited when Siri comes back to life. You know.
I'm having trouble connecting to the internet.
Why is a HomePod for the kid? That just confused me a lot more.
I get it. I get it. There's, I mean, for like you can blast whatever you want to it, and it's only got so many things that they can do with it. It's great. My kid loves her Mini. She doesn't know what she's doing with it, but she loves it still. And like, I mean, when I was a kid, one of my favorite Christmas presents of all time was the boombox that I got, and it had a tape player and a radio, and I would make mixtapes all the time for myself, and it was like, I mean, it didn't sound great, but like being able to play my own music on my own speaker was just so cool. And I don't know, maybe I was and am just easy to please, but I don't know. I don't think a HomePod for your kid's the worst idea.
I mean, if you can find it for cheap, then like, yeah, it makes sense. But like, if you're buying a brand new HomePod for your kid, that just seems kind of like a bad investment.
Or like if you have a bunch of first gens and you're thinking about upgrading to second gens, and so you buy a couple and you pass a couple of the first gens down to your kids, right? Like that kind of thing.
That makes sense, yeah.
It happens all the time. Or you know, it's the family pod, and the kids just get so fond with it because it's the only device in the house that'll talk back with them or talk to them every time they ask them something. You know,
See, that makes more sense to me.
They love them so much. Yeah. No, that I will agree. That's probably the more popular situation than the kid having their own HomePod.
Yeah, I still remember the first Bluetooth speaker I got. I don't remember what year it was. It was probably like 2016 or something. It was a long time ago, but I want to find another one of them. It sounded pretty good from what I remember.
Yep. That's the thing though. From what you remember, I remember my first, not my Sony boombox for Christmas, but like my first when I had an iPod Touch, and I got my first little. it was like a case that you could put your iPod into, and it had the two little speakers on the outside. And I thought that thing sounded awesome, man. I thought it was the hottest shit. There we go again. I thought it was I thought it was just freaking awesome. And then I don't know. I'm sure if I got my hands on it again and I took another listen, I'd almost throw up from how bad it sounded. But for little Nick, that's all he needed. That's all he needed and more.
Yeah, I remember it was one of those like suction cup Bluetooth speakers. that my dad made a little metal plate that went on my bike, and I would like suction cup that to my bike, and I would just ride my bike for hours.
That's cool.
And I remember it like stopped charging, and I took it apart, and that battery was so swollen. It was so bad. It was probably 3 inches thick. It was not okay.
Oh, one of the that reminds me of like one of the first things that I ever tried, like taking apart to fix for myself. I was like 15 or 16, I think, and one of my friends had given me not this exact iPod, but the same generation iPod, and it wasn't turning on, or it wasn't booting up or something, and I was like, oh heck yeah, I'll take that. And I took it, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna fix this. I'm gonna take it apart and fix it, and I absolutely destroyed the thing taking it apart. But it's burned into my memory because it was like one of the first like actually semi-complicated pieces of technology that wasn't like super simple with like two components on a single layer PCB, right? Like this was a real piece of technology here. And I mean, granted, I totally destroyed it, but that's I'll never forget it.
Yeah, I have a 3rd gen Nano. Taking that thing apart is not fun because those metal clips on the back, they just never went back into shape correctly. So I just hot glued them back on.
I mean,
like it's still like that. I kid you not. It's right here.
Yeah, look at that
guy. The back is still glued onto the back of this because the clips just got destroyed when I opened it.
I mean, they basically put together like the classics, but just miniaturized. So it's harder, almost.
My internet disconnected. I hate Verizon sometimes. This thing still has battery. I never charge this.
Hey.
It always has battery.
Oh, I miss that Google Hangouts sound. We used to use Google Meet. We used to use Google Meet at work, and we use Microsoft Teams now. But that sound of someone joining the meeting is almost nostalgic at this point to me.
Yeah, the story of this iPod is one of my friends said he found it at his job. Didn't say where he worked or the circumstances of how he found it, but I mean, it's probably stolen, but you can barely see that it says iPod on the back of it. Like, it's been used.
It's slid around a few miles of tables by now.
The screen's got a big pink line, or like weird. I don't know what you would call that, but it's got some weirdness on the screen. I've been saying for years, I'm gonna replace the screen, and I still haven't done it. So
I think you'd call it. I think you'd call that artifacting.
yeah, I think that's why I tried to take it apart, because on my big iPod, I was able to like push the artifacts off of the screen somewhat, and it kind of fixed itself after a little bit. This one's just like that. It's not fixable.
Yeah, You might have gotten lucky on the other one, just pushing on it if it was like a failing display connection. But with that guy, maybe pushing on it isn't quite reaching the display connection in the same way that it was on the other iPod.
Yeah, my other iPod. I think I took it up in the mountains in a hot car for like 2 days, and it got lines across like the entire screen, and then they eventually went away. But yeah, that screen is the only thing I think that hasn't been replaced on that. The screen in the mid frame I have not replaced on that iPod. Those are probably the only original parts. Everything else I've broken or had to replace at some point or another. Stefan, I know you can hear me. It's not that hard to join a Google Meet.
I'm not surprised he didn't join. He never talks. Let me know in the Discord.
Sad. Join us. What's more difficult, Nick finding a way to charge his phone,
He'll join right when the stream ends.
and then he'll be like, Cancer Cube, Cancer Cube. There he is. He made it.
Holy crap! He actually joined. Are you gonna talk today or not?
Holy moly.
I'll take that as a no. He's not gonna talk today.
His parents are probably slipping. They threatened him. Chat disconnected. Stefan can't hear us. That must be a problem with all of us. Stefan, Google Meets tends to default to the most asinine audio input and output devices, so you'll want to double check that. And if it's the first time you've granted it permission to your camera and microphone, you might need to close and reopen the browser. But it's easier
It's
than
like-
me finding a place to charge my phone or laptop.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Or you could have just used your phone.
Why do I show up as Nick Splats? I want to show up as Nick's Fix. Dang it. I thought I changed that.
Probably because your actual Google account has your name and then your channel is different.
Yeah, I thought I changed that though.
Oh, there's a mic icon now next to Stefan's name, so he should be able to talk to us now.
Let's hear it. Where you at? Oh, he's muted. A bunch of nerds try to figure out Google Meet 2025.
He's resorting to destroying his computer. All because Google Meet doesn't work. He said he's gonna try and join on his phone. It still won't work for him. Watch.
Dang. Hello?
Speak to us. His mic is on.
Oh, it is. But silence. slow day today, Nixon. I think the only thing slow about today is my pace here. I'm keeping the queue at a reasonable length. But between you, me, and everyone else watching, this is all stuff that's been waiting to get fixed, and then a couple of things that showed up over the weekend, and I mean everything that showed up yesterday, because UPS was closed Monday, so everything through the weekend to Monday had to wait till Tuesday to get delivered. I had 14 show up yesterday, basically, so there's a lot to get fixed, but we're just kind of catching up today. Getting back into it. My face is almost numb. Oh, I know why I feel so weird. I've been out. I was outside earlier today, and it's been the sun's been. I wonder if I got a little bit of a heat stroke or something.
I know why I feel so good today. I touched grass.
Yeah, I might have touched too much grass. Like I'm in a great mood, but I also just feel kind of like off. I would say almost dizzy, but kind of not really. I don't know. I don't know.
So one of my friends took a graphic design class. And I don't know if this is one of the assignments or not. But I was just digging through some stuff and I found this. He drew this of one of my friends, had the teacher print it on like actual poster paper,
Huh.
and then gave it to me. What am I supposed to do with this?
Uh. Frame it. Frame it and keep it with you forever until you decide to not want to deal with it anymore, and you give it to Goodwill, and then some other weird person finds it and they're like, "Oh, look at this! It's sick."
I don't know if I have a frame. I spent way too much time searching for frames for my other posters.
I'm having
and I
trouble.
just
Hey, don't
it's
let
too
her
much
interrupt you.
effort.
Oh. All right, it looks like it is Manny's turn. 35-51. That is that's an old number. That's a couple hundred HomePods ago. And 36-28 is going to be the last one. So we've got Manny here with no power, and then 36-28, we'll let them know they're coming up. Of course it's a text message. I hate texting. I'd rather just email everyone. from my clicky clacky keyboard. And of course I typed the phone number in wrong. I gotta do it all over again. No, copy the link. Copy.
Wait, is that Stefan?
Is that Stefan background noise that we hear?
Stefan, say something.
Say bald man. It's like highlighting his thing. It's definitely him.
Oh yeah, we're almost done here, Nixon. It's gonna be this and one other. And
Nixon,
then-
join the meet.
And then I'm gonna eat some food. I'm hungry. Is anybody having anything cool for dinner? Has anybody already eaten anything cool for dinner? No one's eaten anything cool.
I had like a pizza for lunch. I don't know.
Where's Stefan? Speak. Drop your phone. Do something.
If he drops his phone, he's gonna continuously drop it until it breaks.
Drop your phone once for yes and twice for no. Are you okay, Stefan? Are you safe?
I know he can hear us. He's typing something.
Yeah.
You have to speak if you want help, Stefan.
Listen, Stefan. If you wanna chat, you should chat with everyone in the YouTube chat so everyone knows what you're saying. Cause I can't see what you're saying. Google only shows me what you're saying for half. Oh wait. I think I can pop out the chat history. Why do you have so many monitors? Ooh, join this, join that, do this, do that.
And then he doesn't even speak. After he said he would speak.
Broken promises.
Stefan, no, you're not. We can hear your keyboard, but we cannot hear you. That is not possible.
Stefan, you're a big liar.
It's okay if he doesn't want to talk. I know how I could make Stefan talk. 100% guaranteed. I just can't afford it.
I know exactly what your idea is.
Yep. You gotta scream on the. You gotta wait till your parents go to sleep and scream at the top of your lungs, and I'll give you a free HomePod. Don't actually do that. I can't afford it.
Me personally, I would do it either way.
Yeah, but you don't live with your parents.
Yes, I do.
Do you?
Yes.
Oh.
He's 16. Where else should he
I'm
live?
17. What do you think?
Oh no. I keep no. I'm sorry. I thought Marvin was talking. No, my bad. What? You still live with your parents and you're 16? Cool.
Crazy. Who would do such a thing?
I moved out when I was 17. I was out of there, dude.
Well, didn't you go join the army?
Yeah. Yeah, so I didn't really have much of a choice. But I moved out before I shipped out for basic. It was the timeline was pretty much enlist in the military, move out of my parents' house and into a friend's house, and live there for, I think it was like a few months or something. And then I went into the military and did training and all that. And when I graduated and came back, I moved in with my dad in an apartment with him and Jeannie. My dad doesn't feel much like a. My dad doesn't feel much like a dad, but I guess that's because he wasn't really there for half my life. But sorry, Dad. What else can you really say about it? But he's trying his best. Repairing studio displays. I haven't had anybody ask me about them. And I don't have any of them. So it might not be as trivial of a repair as we make HomePods to seem here. Do they have common issues with them? And are those issues repairable?
Yeah, because didn't Dankpaws make a video? His studio display died. It like went into recovery mode or something.
Yeah, it's like basically got a freaking iPhone on the inside and like, dang.
Yeah, doesn't it have like a iPad Pro processor or something?
It's got Apple Silicon inside and like a camera and like it runs an operating system.
So I had these little my friend gave me these little speakers that were in like a beanie he bought like for playing music in your beanie, which I don't understand that. Anyway.
Yeah. No. I'll justify that really quick for you. I need a beanie, and wearing headphones over my beanie sounds like crap. And my ear canals are different sizes, so wearing earbuds isn't practical. It annoys me too much because I can feel the difference. and it's too distracting. So the only if I'm listening to, if I want to listen to something using portable audio, over ear headphones are really the only option for me. And they're gonna sound like ass if I'm wearing them over a beanie. So having the speakers built into the beanie is a half decent idea. Now, I mean, of course, you know, most of the options out there are like $20 to $40 beanies with the speakers built in, so they don't sound great. But uh, it's for what it is. It was decent, and for for especially for something that's going to be built into my beanie, I don't want super expensive, high quality stuff in there that I'm worried about damaging or losing or getting stolen. I want something that's just good enough. And I also have not a full beanie, but it's just a headband with the speakers built in. And I used that when for the first few months after we had our kid, she would not sleep silently. She would make all sorts of weird noises. And it was loud enough to keep me awake. So, and the beanie was too hot, but the headband with the speakers built in was perfect for me to listen to something and drown out the baby noise without it being too loud or obstructing from anything else I might have needed to be woken up from. It was nice. It was perfect. A nice, like, cheap, easy little solution that I didn't have to worry about, like, dumping a bunch of money into or losing.
Anyway, my friend gave me the speakers out of his beanie, and I swear to you, I had them sitting over here for probably 8 months. I cleaned up this area, and I can't find them. I was gonna put them in my welding helmet for welding class.
That would have been perfect.
And I can't find them. I just got the bucket of cables torn out. I don't know where I put them.
Aw, man, you're gonna find them long after you've done something else to do the project, and you'll be asking yourself, like, should I keep this for something else, or do I just chuck it already? And then you'll decide to keep it, but then you'll forget where you put it until right when you need it again.
Yeah, since we're on summer break, I had to bring all my welding stuff home, and now that my welding stuff is home, I cannot find them.
Yep, that's how it goes.
This is what I get for cleaning. I'm never cleaning again.
What's the point? What's the point? You just move a bunch of stuff around and then forget where you put half of it? And then it just becomes a mess again?
It also doesn't help that this area where I had them is just a mess of cables, so even if they were just sitting there, I wouldn't be able to see them.
Oh, he's spoken. What is up?
That's text to speech.
That's
Oh,
probably yeah. That was text to speech, 100%.
Damn
he
it, Stefan.
he had me there for a second. Because it almost sounded like it wasn't repeating the same thing. Like it had a varying tone.
I don't know.
Unless that's some advanced text to speech, which I totally believe that too. Like,
Chat GPT.
yeah, exactly. I'm more used to Microsoft Sam, not ChatGPT's voice synthesis.
He said it's Google something. I don't know. It's like a siren. Just bald man, bald man, bald man.
Yeah. You better watch out for Baldman. He'll blindside you.
Stefan, speak with your voice. You said you would.
Someone should kick Stefan if he's not gonna speak.
All right. Stefan got 10 seconds. I'll kick him.
That was easy. Oh, I kind of feel bad now.
If I yell, give me a HomePod, bro. He said he couldn't afford it. And he's already doing a HomePod giveaway.
Yeah, I've already got to give one of you guys away. Give one of you guys a
I'm
HomePod. That's
What
gonna
do
put
you
me out of
mean?
business.
What do you mean you have a giveaway? I'm still waiting for my electric screwdriver.
Hey, I didn't promise. I didn't promise nothing. Remember what I said.
You promised me to be loyal to me and that you'd always love me and that I get an electric screwdriver.
I remember the first two more than the. Listen,
Damn.
I'll love you.
Stefan, say something.
I'll love you.
Yeah.
I'll cherish you, but I will not spoil you. Unless I can. I mean, if I'm making $1 million a day, I'll do what I can for everyone. Where's Stefan gonna? Oh, he's gone. You kicked him?
Yeah, I didn't kick him. He left by himself.
I don't believe that. I think you kicked him.
A man of his
Yes,
word.
but I'm playing Fortnite right now.
No,
so-
he's self-policing. He's a
He's
man
like,
of
fine, I'll kick myself.
he's a man of honor and ethics.
I don't understand why he never talks.
I think he's just I don't know. I'm pretty sure he's talked once before.
I wasn't there for that.
It was I don't think I was streaming. You want to join? The Google Meet is pinned to the top of the YouTube chat there if you want to join.
But it's not worth it anymore. It's only lasting for 6 more minutes.
Oh, we still got one more after this. So
No,
like
our Google, the meet ends in 6
no,
minutes.
oh no.
We get to see Nick try and figure out Google Meet again, guys.
No, that's okay. I'll make one for you guys. I'll have it here.
Yay.
I'll have it ready to go. We can even move over to it before this one expires. I love how you can do multiple meetings at a time with Google Meet too.
Why? Why is that a thing you can do?
I have needed to do it before. I have legitimately been in multiple work meetings at the same time.
Holy crap! I found the speakers. They were in my random things box. They had no reason to be here.
Join. I put. Where's? Here, I'll put it in the chat here. Abandoned ship. No one's gonna join my Google Meet. Hey, join my Google Meet. Stefan, welcome to my Google Meet. Marvin, welcome to my Google Meet.
Thanks for having me. Stefan, say something.
Shuffle hands, welcome to my Google Meet.
Our Google Meet.
Okay, Mr. Communism.
Yeah, listen here. I'm all for it, but this is my Google Meet. Ta-da! Alright, one more here. We got 3628. Fred, welcome to my Google Meet.
I'm having trouble connecting to the internet.
There we go. Alright. It's the last melon. For today, at least. Let's see what it's got for us. I think this is the one that said in their notes that it would start popping real fast after a period of time. Ooh, excuse me, after a period of time. I don't want to wait around for that. But yeah, it sounds like at the very least the usual DC filter's gone bad. We'll see if it's roasted the subwoofer. Hopefully it's still alright in there. Let's get it fixed. Oh yes, Manny was able to join and watch their repair. Thanks for joining. Thanks for watching. And I'll follow up with you after our stream here and after I've had a chance to eat. So you can pay and finally get your HomePod back. Thank you for waiting and allowing me to take some time off this Memorial Day weekend, by the way. Really appreciate it.
You guys stream tomorrow?
Oh yeah. Oh, we have to. Unless I die. We'll see.
Don't die.
Yeah, hey. We'll see what happens. I don't have life insurance, so I think the chances are pretty low.
You should start repairing some MacBooks.
MacBooks? I don't like working on them. I'll be honest. They're not difficult to work on, but they're just so complicated, and there are so many people out there that are already specializing in them. in the last that I've taken I've had 2 people request MacBook repairs since I've started 4 years ago. 2 people. The first one was a 2015 MacBook Air, and they sent it in like actually about 4 years ago now. And it was a simple case of no power. And I was like, yeah, feel free to send it in. I don't know if I can fix it or not, but I'm happy to take a look and see if we can or not. And I ultimately I was not able to fix it. But for the same price as it would have cost to fix it, I offered them the option to just replace the logic board outright. And it just kind of fell through. They stopped following up. And I guess I have a free 2015 MacBook Air. And then like about a year, no, I kid you not, 2 years later, they reached back out and they were like, "Hey, do you still have that MacBook? I was thinking of having you finish fixing it and sending it to me so I can give it to my daughter." And I still have it. It's still sitting there on my shelf. So I was like, "Yep, I've still got it. I can still do it." And then they never followed back up. The second MacBook that I had requested for repair, it was about a month or 2 ago. It was actually kind of recent. It was that MacBook Pro that won't turn on and it had water damage. And we spent a little time with it. Where is that? Yeah, that's this guy. We spent a little time with it. We tried. I think we even did some voltage injection, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember. It's been so long. But we couldn't figure out any easy, obvious repairs for that one. So I let him know. I was like, "Hey, I'll ship this back to you, no charge, no fix, no charge." And they said they actually did straight up tell me, "No worries, you can just keep it." So, I mean, if I can fix it, I would much prefer to just charge them for the repair and send it back to them than, heck, even fix it and keep it for myself. I'd really prefer to figure out how to fix it and send it back to them. But it's got me kind of stumped. And point is, 2 for 2 now. I've taken on MacBook repairs and have been wildly unsuccessful. I don't know if I want to do any more of them with how many other people are out there seemingly doing better. At least while I'm as busy as I am with HomePods. I mean, if I lose my day job and no one's sending me HomePods anymore and I'm worried about paying my bills, I'd probably consider it more. But nobody asks, and the 2 times that people have asked and sent the stuff in, we haven't been able to fix it. So, yuck to that, I say. Get good is what some others would probably say. But I mean, it might be partially my fault for they did both times. The first one, the MacBook Air, they had already attempted to fix it themselves, so who knows what we were getting ourselves into. The second one is liquid damage. So liquid damage, I think, tends to be it can be quite a beast. Maybe not the smartest thing to grab for a repair when you don't have a whole lot of experience working on the thing yet. But I was feeling a little optimistic that maybe it would be simple enough for us to, maybe just a case of we need to clean up all the corrosion and replace a few corroded components. But no. Nope. And not just nope, but the T2 chip on that MacBook was getting power, and it was getting rather hot. And if you work on MacBooks, you know what that means.
No words of wisdom from Stefan. Man.
Words of wisdom I'm missing out here. Folks, give me 1 second. I will be right back. Now I gotta mute myself from 2 different places. Okay. Oh boy. It's a good thing that we've only got one. Oh, is this the last one? Hold on. Someone correct me here. We didn't even. We didn't fix this one yet, did we? I was in the middle of taking this one apart, wasn't I?
Yeah, you definitely didn't take it apart already. Let's go with that one.
Hold on. No, jeez. It's been a day, man. Yep, no, so we fixed Manny. We fixed Manny. We put them together. We put them together 13 minutes ago. And then we started taking this one apart. Wait a second. Wait a second. Did we start taking this apart and then putting it back together before I even walked away? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding
You
me?
need some more coffee, man.
I fucking apparently. I was gonna say that felt a little short. Hold on. Now I'm actually really confused. Okay. No, we definitely didn't. Did we? No, I got as far as taking the basket off, and then I showed you guys that MacBook, and then I started putting it back together. That's what threw me off. That is very funny, but that's usually what happens. As soon as you break your routine, that's when you start making mistakes. And I guess that just means more time together, huh?
Yay!
You think I just fixed it, Stefan? I'm watching the replay, and I only got as far as taking the speaker basket off. I don't think I... Did I really? Man, I'm gonna rewatch this for the third time here. Hold on.
I don't think you did.
I don't think I did. Like,
Stefan, stop gaslighting him.
Yeah, come on, man. Don't mess with me.
He's old. He has dementia.
Yeah. Okay. Making me question what I think is one thing, but making me question what I saw with my own eyes.
Dude, that's just disrespectful.
That is what makes me crazy. I pulled my MacBook out as a tertiary device to independently confirm I did not fix this yet. Stefan just wants us here longer.
Well, no, because if you already fixed it... then
Oh,
you
yeah,
just
yeah.
finish putting
No,
it
yeah,
back
you're right.
together. He wants us to be here shorter.
He wants us out of here. Stefan, you don't like this? You don't like me anymore?
Crazy.
You know, if you don't like me, you can't be my mod anymore. You have to like me. Ooh, that's a crusty resistor too. Can you imagine if we trusted Stefan? If we had trusted him?
Stefan was the reason you sent them back a crusty pod.
And it would have just done the exact same thing as soon as they go and plug it in and started using it. Stefan's trying to kill us here. He's trying to put us out of business.
Trying to sabotage you.
I can't stand it. I know you planned it.
Maybe he's your competitor.
Stefan, I don't think I have any competitors. Unless someone's trying to.
What about that Chinese guy you were talking about
What?
in your Discord?
What Chinese guy? I mean,
You said that there was like a Chinese guy that fixes HomePods.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
he's not competition. Like, we're in different countries. Like, he's in China. Like, I'm not fighting or itching for people around the world to send them into me. I got plenty of people in America as it is. I encourage people. I strongly encourage people, if they're outside of the US, to find someone within their country to get it fixed before they ship it across the world to me. But especially like Tech Nerd of all people. I mean, you think I'm the HomePod god? That guy's got it down. But he also lives where they make them, so yeah, he has a fair advantage there. Dude's straight up manufacturing his own replacement second gen top touch panels. Like that's hardcore. That's freaking hardcore. Like I'm sitting here trying to think of like how I can simplify the manufacturing of my restore adapters so that I can maybe have someone manufacture them for me and I don't have to keep 3D printing them. And this guy's making replacement capacitive film. I mean, don't compare yourself, but I'm comparing myself right now.
Why don't you just start doing that?
Why don't I? Why don't we just tariff all the other countries? And then that way all of these US companies will have to spin up manufacturing in the US. It only takes a couple weeks, right? Just spin up manufacturing in the US, bro. Just open another manufacturing plant, man. What's the big deal? Oh yeah, because of tariffs, it's a completely not feasible for me to offer repairs on second gens with ghost touch issues. You're on your own. If you want to fix it, you can fix it yourself. Y'all voted for this. I mean, not you and I. Y'all know. But I think y'all know what I mean. Oh, but it's like the touch panel would have only cost like $20, but it's gonna cost another $30 to $40 to get it to me. That leaves me no room. That leaves me no room to make any profit. I'm not gonna bother. Forget it. I got enough first gens to worry about. Nobody's even asking about fixing the second gens. I get people asking all the time about how to fix the ghost touch issue, but nobody's asking me if I will fix it for them. They want to fix it themselves. You are more than welcome to. Buy the part and do it yourself. Tell your mom you want McDonald's for dinner. So she has to go pick it up. And then you've got more time with us. Oh, that's crooked. It doesn't matter, but I care. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, that is one happy amplifier. Let's get this together and get out of here. Hello?
That was me. Sorry. No, it was me. I accidentally closed Safari.
Do you actually use Safari?
Hell yeah! What the heck would I be using Chrome?
I mean,
Oh,
did you like were you using Chrome and they did something and you switched to Safari, or you've been Safari for a long time?
I've been Safari on Windows user.
Okay, all right. Calm down. Calm down.
So
Alright, pause.
that was back in 2009, I believe. When
Really?
they still, yeah, when they still had Safari for Windows.
Huh.
I have passwords saved from 2008 in the passwords app because of Safari.
I smell cap.
No,
No.
no. Like I deleted like 200 passwords the other day because some of the websites weren't even like existing anymore. But Nick, you don't use Safari?
I use Safari on my Mac for some websites. Unfortunately, I'm still kind of stuck with Chrome on like on most of my stuff. But that was mostly because my day job had Google Workspace, and so I had a Google account, and I had a whole bunch of stuff saved in for my passwords in that, and then I went from there. I decided to use it for personal stuff, and I mean a personal account, but it just went to I'll just use Google Chrome for everything, and they killed ad block. I'm trying other browsers right now. I'm not stuck with Chrome right at the moment. I'm pretty open.
Then use Safari.
I'm a,
On,
I'm kind of about to, man, cause like, but okay, but I still have a Windows PC at my office at my day job. So I like what I want.
well, you gotta use Chrome there. Yeah, but
I don't have to use Chrome there. That's the thing. We moved off of Google Workspace and we use we go with Microsoft now. So I can use Outlook.
Okay.
I can access Outlook in a web browser if I want to. I could use Edge if I wanted to. It's not that bad, but it's I mean it's a Chrome fork. It's a fork of Chrome.
I can see you being a big edger.
I don't know. I was. It's. I mean, if I'm gonna use Edge, I'd rather just use Chrome
Yeah.
because all my stuff's already in there, and it'll sync across my devices. Is the key feature there for me? I need something that syncs across my devices, and the only two options that I'm aware of that'll do that would be Safari or Chrome. Unless I want to do a dedicated password manager, which I really should do. But I, like many others, have hundreds of passwords, and it would be take a week off of work and do nothing but change my passwords for everything kind of ordeal to move all that to a password manager.
I'm pretty sure you can import things now off of the other password managers.
Yeah, but I don't.
The iPhone, like Apple Passwords app. And usually I have to when I'm using Windows, I have to type it in because the Passwords app on Windows constantly crashes for me.
Mhm.
Like I can't do. Of course, Stefan said he's using the same password everywhere.
All right, well,
Come on,
everybody
you know better than that.
everybody target Stefan.
Yeah, get his money.
He just got a credit card too.
Oh, I'm stealing that. That's mine. I claim it.
It's mine now. I'll go 50-50 with you on it. How about that?
All right, I can do that.
If you wanna guess a military a military personnel's password, there's a good chance that it's going to be where's a notepad? It's gonna be where's I need something to write on. It's gonna be this. Superman 111 exclamation point exclamation point exclamation point. The
That's probably
reason
Stefan's password too.
the reason why this is a common military personnel password is because it easily it's easy to remember and it easily satisfies password requirements. You've got two uppercase characters, you've got lowercase characters, you've got special characters, and you've got numbers.
Yep.
So there you go. Fun fact: this was in fact my first password for my my Army email, for my Army account.
Come on, Nick.
I mean, that's just what the recruiter told me to do.
Come on.
That's what they said. That's what they told me. Dude, I was just doing what my superiors were telling me to do. And, you know, when you're wearing your social security number around your neck, PII doesn't matter as much.
can't dox you if you dox yourself first.
Exactly. Just run a business. No one can dox you then. Your info's already public.
Yep, I have Nick's info, all of it. I'm gonna leak it if I don't get my electric screwdriver.
Oh, okay. Ugh.
Stefan, turn on your mic and talk.
He's not gonna. He won't. He ain't. It's the end of the stream. Alright, folks. That's all that we've got the time and energy for here. I'm starting to get the hunger shakes. Yeah,
I'm having trouble connecting to the internet.
beautiful.
For more info, check the home app. I'm having trouble connecting.
Do not raise your voice at me.
Damn, she was getting loud.
She was. Folks, I hope you all enjoyed this live stream repair. That's all
Thanks for
the.
having-
That's all the energy I've got for here now. I've got to find something to eat before I literally black out here. I hope you all enjoyed, and I hope to catch you in the next one.
See you, man.
Goodbye.
Bye.